Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your November the 20th Spiritual Principle a Day in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. I am. All right. November 20th. Humor is a practice of surrender. One of the gifts of recovery is regaining our sense of humor. Taken from Living Clean, Chapter 7, The Lifelong Practice of Surrender. When we were using Everything Was Life or Death series, that lifestyle of getting, using, and finding ways and means to get more. Some of us felt like we hadn't laughed for years when we first got to NA. Others of us experience plenty of laughter out there, directed right at us. You're so thin-skinned, our mates would mock us. Get a sense of humor. While actual events of our using history stay the same, our relationship to them evolves as we grow in recovery. We see fellow NA members finding humor in their past, and we begin to lighten up about the darkness in ours. Our step work reveals a long list of defects that still affect us today. And being able, finally, to laugh at ourselves as we act out on that shortcoming yet again is a strategy that can help us to not beat ourselves up and to be okay with where we are right now. Humor becomes a way we identify, connect, and express empathy and forgiveness for others as well as ourselves. Humor is a practice of surrender. For many of us, humor can also be a hazard. It's a strategy we may use to escape our feelings or avoid being real in our relationships. We sometimes use it to put people down, including ourselves. Self-deprecating humor has a place, but self-ridicule breeds self-doubt. Some of us use humor to survive out there, but in recovery, we aren't living in that life or death cycle. As we become more aware of these issues through working our program and receiving input from our sponsor and others we trust, our relationship to humor may shift. Ideally, the sense of humor we gain in recovery becomes less self-pitying, protective, or aggressive than the one we came in with. And we can finally breathe because we don't take ourselves quite as seriously as we used to. I will try to surrender to levity today. I can laugh at myself without putting myself down and do the same for my fellow addict with love, sensitivity, and wit. If I have a bit of that. Yeah, I think we all have a bit of that, probably more than we think. I like this meditation, and I like it for one reason in particular, is that I enjoy laughing. I enjoy making people laugh, and I enjoy laughing. There was a time in my life that I probably enjoyed making other people laugh too much. And as I began to grow in recovery, and this probably was, I found in the first couple years, I found out why making people laugh was something that I enjoyed doing. And I developed it at quite a young age when I was being given capfuls of Bacardi by siblings and spun around and pushed between them. And I learned that if I could make them laugh and say something that was funny, that it was less likely when everyone went to sleep that I was going to be physically tortured. And so I used it as a tactic to try and buy myself some time, or make it easier for myself and not suffer as much. And so I learned that making people laugh could distract people from what they intended to do or what they were really thinking about you. And so I used it as a tool. But as I began to get older, I had found out that if I said things about people in a way that was funny and made others laugh at them, that I felt horrible inside afterwards. Right? So I was creating laughter at the expense of other people. And I learned that that was something that I did not enjoy. I learned that in Narcotics Anonymous. I learned that. I learned about my patterns in my fourth and fifth step and my character defects and how I was falling short, right? My shortcomings, rather. And so we have to have a balance. We can use humor as a practice of surrender. We can start lightening up or we can become more easy on ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. We don't have to take ourselves so seriously. Today, I want for you to think about that. When things come up and you are prone to turn on that butt kicking machine, I want you to turn on some humor. I don't know exactly what you need to do or say to be able to do that, but I do know it is a work in progress. It's a way sometimes to give ourselves a break. And I think that you deserve a break. Absolutely. You deserve today to enjoy the healthy part of being able to laugh at ourselves because it can go to extremes, right? We can berate ourselves and really put ourselves down and create ridicule about ourselves, but self-ridicule does breed self-doubt. So I don't want you to move into that part of it. And if you're in that part of it that's not healthy, I need you to come out of that habit, right? But if you're finding yourself taking everything way too seriously, try adding a little bit of humor. Add a little bit of humor. Find one funny thing that happened that can make you smile when you think about that. Okay. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today, and I am going to be talking to you tomorrow. In the meantime, though, let's have the best November 20th that we've ever had and have a beautiful day on purpose. I'll be talking to you tomorrow.